What's up, guys? So I am back from the Philippines. I was there for about 4 weeks. It was a great time. I actually took about 2.5 or 3 weeks unpaid vacation to go. It's kind of a long story on why I went. I made another video about why I went to the Philippines. I forget what the video is titled, but I think it's my last video that I posted. Anyway, so I went by myself. Great time. It was an awesome time. I met up with somebody, a friend of a friend out there, and we actually stayed in Boracay together for a little bit, and then we went to Davao, which is in Mindanao, the southernmost island, and we were in Davao for 2 days, and then we went to her hometown, and I stayed in a hotel at her hometown, and we went island hopping there and did like a whole bunch of activities, and I got like an authentic Filipino experience because Boracay, the island that I was staying at for majority of the trip, is kind of like a tourist hotspot. So there's a lot of Americans there. It's not really Americanized, but it's more of a tourist destination than like cities of the Philippines that aren't. So that's why I was happy that I went to Mindanao and got to experience that. Boracay was great though. Like the beaches were white sand beaches. The water was clear. It rained a little bit, like pretty much every day, but I was fortunate enough to have some fairly decent weather when I was out there. There's only like 3 days of my 28 night stay that it rained all day. But even then, it didn't rain very hard for that long. It did rain hard occasionally, but it didn't rain hard for that long. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I drank a lot of beer there. Like, my favorite beer is Red Horse. Red Horse is made by a company called San Miguel. That's their local, like, domestic brewery in the Philippines. And Red Horse is their strongest full-flavored beer. So Red Horse is 6.9%. So it's a little bit stronger than American beer, which I enjoyed, and the flavor was just really good. It was a lot better than the domestic beer that I've tried in the US. Like, I liked it a lot better than Busch Light or Bud Light or whatever. It had a really good flavor to it. So yeah, I drank that for about like 2 or 2.5 weeks or so, and I drank it every day. I was having like 3 to 5, maybe 8 Red Horses a day, and I just got tired of drinking after a while. I just didn't like it anymore. I felt sluggish, I felt fat, I felt bloated, I felt like gross, so I stopped drinking about 3 weeks ago now, 3 weeks ago. While I was out there, I kind of got I got tired of meeting new people at the resort. And I didn't get tired of meeting new people. I got tired of meeting new people and then having them leave the next day, because that was happening quite a bit. I meet people at the resort on the beach, and when I'd meet them, we'd have a good time together for a day, maybe two, and then after that day or two, they'd have to leave. Their vacation was over. So yeah, I got tired of that. Like, I'd meet people and then they'd leave. I meet people and then they'd leave. I meet people and they'd leave. So I did do things with those people that was really fun. I got to go like UFO riding, which is like a little boat tow behind float, and I almost got thrown off of that a few times. It was exciting. But I also went island hopping with some of them. But I got tired of that, so I actually met a local there down in the D Mall area, and like the first time we hung out, we met on the beach. We went to Mang Inasal together and ate some food, and it was a great time with her. So I asked her, like, hey, since you're local, tell me like one thing that you've always wanted to do here but you haven't been able to do, or like something that you want to do that I'd probably want to do too. And she told me, like, I've never been parasailing before. Can we go? Like, she didn't ask, can we go parasailing? She said, I've never been parasailing before. I'd recommend doing that. And I said, okay, yeah, we can go parasailing. And she's like, what? We can go parasailing? And I was like, yeah. we can go parasailing. Because I was under budget for the trip. My budget was $100 a day for 28 nights, so about $3,000 for the whole trip, spending money at least. And my maximum budget was $4,000 for the whole trip. I was under budget the whole trip. It was hard for me to spend $100 a day unless I was doing like excursions, but I got tired of the excursions after a while. So anyway, I paid for her to go parasailing, and then while we were talking to the guide who was setting up the parasailing, he's like, oh, I can throw in helmet diving too for a cheaper discounted rate. And I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. So we went parasailing and helmet diving together, and that was a lot of fun. And then we mainly went out to eat together, like in the morning and at night. She was working night shift, so we'd go out to eat in the morning after she got off work, and then we'd go out to eat at night before she had to go into work. It was great. And then we'd meet at the beach and just hang out on the beach all day and stuff. Yeah, and then towards the end of the trip, I was so under budget. I guess I wasn't, I'm trying to think. Okay, so I only spent $2,200 for the 28 nights that I was in the Philippines. So yeah, and that's with us going dune buggy riding. So I got to ride a dune buggy around a track, which was a lot of fun. It was an experience. It's the first vehicle that I've ever ridden that doesn't have power steering. Like four-wheel vehicle that I've ridden that doesn't have power steering. So it's a new experience for me. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, our favorite place to eat though was Mang Inasal. We ate that like maybe I'm trying to think, like 4 days in a row, 2 or 3 times a day. What it is a chicken place that makes baked chicken. Oh, actually, it's grilled chicken, and then it's baked, and it's not breaded. It's just chicken, and they serve chicken and rice and a drink for 171 pesos, which I'm trying to think. That's under a little over $3 US for a chicken breast with a wing attached and a drink and rice. And then you can make it unlimited rice for like 20 pesos more or something like that. So it was really a good meal that was also healthy and filling. And yeah, I paid for Jonah while I was there, but she didn't ask me to. She wanted to pay. She tried paying, but I wouldn't let her because we were talking about like salaries and stuff, and her salary there, she works like 15 days in a row and maybe gets 1 day off after 15 days. She only gets a day off because her schedule changes. Like she'll go from night shift to morning shift and stuff like that, and then she'll get a day to like adjust and stuff. But anyway, she works 15 days in a row and she only gets like, I'm trying to think, like 6,500 pesos or something like that for the month, which, yeah, that's like $100 something, like $130 or something like that. So it's really not that much. So I wasn't gonna let her pay when first of all I make more money, I'm able to save more, and also I was under budget for the trip. So being under budget, like, why not pay for somebody, you know, when they might need their money more than you do? I don't know if that comes off the wrong way or not, but yeah, but I was really surprised by how nice everybody was there. Like, everybody was so nice. A friend of mine lost her sunglasses in the ocean, and we searched for them for like 30 minutes. A surfer saw us searching, and he decided to search with us. We gave up searching, and we went to Mang Inasal to get food. And we were there for maybe like 30-40 minutes when this surfer had walked up and down D Mall, which is like these long streets of all these stores and stuff, and had found us and returned her sunglasses, which, like, they were a $160 pair of Ray-Ban Aviators, so he didn't have to do that. He could have kept them. Like, my friend actually said, like, he can just keep them if he finds them. And yeah, he found us and returned them, and that was just so out of the way for us, like, going out of the way for us, that I was like, I pretty much have to give this guy like a finder's fee or something like that. So I gave him 500 pesos, which is the money that I had in my wallet at the time. 500 pesos is like $10, so it's not that much, but he was really appreciative that I gave him money for doing that. So there was that, and then I didn't lose my wallet. I left my wallet on a bus that I'd been riding for 7.5 hours in Mindanao, and when I had realized that I lost my wallet on the bus, like, my friend's sister, or my friend's brother, picked us up in a truck, and we chased the bus down. We had the wrong bus number at first, because there's a lot of buses going from, there's like a bus every 15 minutes or whatever going from city to city, so it was crazy. But we had the wrong bus number, so we went to the first stop, looked for it, couldn't find it. We went to the second stop. We actually passed the bus that we were on the way to the second stop. We got to the second stop, realized we had the wrong bus number, got on the right bus, and I had found my wallet on the bus. Like, the conductor had found it right where I was sitting. He held on to it. All my money was left in the wallet. All my cards were in the wallet still. Nothing was touched. The only thing that he did was he opened up the wallet and looked at my driver's license to realize that it was mine. But yeah, it was great. So I got my wallet back. I was wondering what I was going to do for money while I was in the Philippines, because that had my debit card, my credit card, some cash in it, my ID, but I still had my passport, so I would have been fine to get home. But yeah, I wouldn't have had any money unless I Western Union myself money, but that would have just been a hassle. Yeah, so I gave the guy 2,000 pesos, just like $40 for that. And then I gave my friend's brother 2,000 pesos, which was like $40 for gas, because it was about an hour and 30-minute drive from where we were at to the city where the last stop, where the bus stopped. So yeah, people were just super, super nice and went out of their way for me, and it was crazy. Yeah, I got so many stories to tell, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. So thank you guys for watching. I might make a part 2 talking about some more stuff that happened in the Philippines. I'm not entirely sure though. So yeah, I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.